Hello YouTube, Size17 here, but you can just call me Travis, and welcome back for another collection update. Nothing to say, so let's just jump right into the music. In the background, we are listening to, this is the debut full-length from Australian Gothic Doom Metalers, Virgin Black. This is a band I feel like no one really knows or talks about ever, and I think they're really good. They have like 4 full-length albums and an EP. This one came out in like 2000, 2001, somewhere around that time probably. But yeah, really good. Good doom metal. Good stuff. Check it out. Listen in the background. Do whatever you gotta do. Alright, I got a little bit of everything going on in this update, so yeah, let's just do it. Alright, first up, one that I'm really excited to talk about. This is the debut, I guess it's an EP, from Nightfear. The album is called Cryptasm. For those of you who are not familiar with this band, this is the band of YouTuber Scourge of Vinyl. This is some like crossover thrash death metal stuff. Really, really good. He posted on his Instagram that this was coming out the next day. I didn't even know he was in a band at the time, and yeah, the next day he posted a link to the Bandcamp, and I went over and listened to it, and I was like, wow, this is fantastic stuff. And then he said they were putting them out on cassette, so as soon as they came available, I ordered them immediately. I did check yesterday, and there were some still available on Graven Earth, is that what it is? They sent me a sticker, yeah. Graven Earth Records. I think it's limited to 100 copies, and I remember at one point on the Graven Earth Instagram, he said something like they were down to less than half. So definitely check this out, and if you want to get it, do it fast, because these might be going away soon. But yeah, black tape, silver writing. I think it's in both sides. Yeah, it is. 5 tracks. Also includes a 6th bonus track, which is a cover of the Misfits' We Bite, which is also lots of fun. But yeah, anyway, this is really, really good. Really riffy. The vocals are really aggressive. I kind of want to say that the description that I keep coming back to is Power Trip meets Scream Bloody Gore. Yeah, I definitely recommend everyone check this out. It is pretty good, and I'm really excited to see what they do after this, because yeah, this is really good. Also, it's what is the actual things that he did? Recorded, mixed, and mastered by Arthur Rizek, who is like the guy in metal right now. He produced, I'm almost certain he produced, or he did something involved in the recording of Power Trip's Nightmare Logic album. He is involved in both bands, Sumerlands and Eternal Champion, which are my number 1 and number 2 albums of last year. So yeah, anything that guy is involved with is great. I don't know if it's because anything he's involved with gets the Midas touch from him, or if he just knows how to pick them. But regardless, this Nightfear, Cryptasm, I'll leave the link, as I always do, to the Bandcamp, and I'll leave a link to the Graven Earth. I think it's a big cartel. I'll leave a link to that too, because you should buy this. Alright, it also comes with digital download that connects to your Bandcamp, which is pretty cool. Okay, next up is another cassette. This is from a band called Dawn Patrol, and this is their album Democracy Delivered. This is a band I discovered through fellow YouTuber Ross Hodo. He went to a show where these guys played, and he did like a review of the show, and in the description box he left a link to their Bandcamp, and I went over and checked it out, and I really liked what I heard with this album, and I actually had just decided to order cassettes at the time, so this was technically the first one I had ever ordered, so that's pretty cool. It comes from this cool yellow tape. But yeah, a few weeks ago, I was like, it's been a while since I ordered this, and I noticed that I went onto PayPal, and I noticed that the payment was considered pending, so I was like, oh, what's going on with that? So I emailed him and said, hey, I just want to make sure everything's cool with the thing. And he was like, oh, and so actually it was, Tony Gonzalez, who's the guitarist, bassist, and vocals of the band. Got back to me and was like, hey, I just want to say, but sorry, we ran out of tapes, so I'm just waiting to get them back from the label. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. As long as I know what's going on. And, then he asked me how I had found them, and I had mentioned Ross repping them. And anyway, maybe a few days ago, he's like, sorry, just got the tapes in, sent out with some extra goodies. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, before I show the goodies, well, I'll show the goodies now. He sent along a Dump Troll patch, which was cool. He also sent along a Dump Troll Democracy Delivered sticker, and then a couple of Dump Troll buttons. So that was cool. Very nice of him to throw those in for me. But yeah, this is some really cool like thrash punk mix. Super good. Nothing super amazing, but just really riffy and just thrashy and punky. Very good stuff. Specifically, No Turning Back is a great song. Toxic Avenger is another good one. There's actually on the opening track Dahmer, and I think it's either Plan 9 or the Axeman Jazz. They have kind of like these, for my lack of experience, I'll say ska parts, where they kind of have like those parts on guitars where it's kind of like I wouldn't know how to describe it, but it reeks of ska to me, and there's a little bit of I don't know. It just sounds like ska to me. I'm probably wrong. Maybe I'm not, but if you like ska, maybe that'll be enjoyable for you. I didn't really dislike it. I thought it was kind of cool just because it was sort of like another little layer that they threw on there. But yeah, if anything like that sounds interesting to you at all, definitely check out this band. They have another release that came out after this, I think this year actually, called something lobotomy, chemical lobotomy maybe. But yeah, I don't know. This came out in 2015. The cassette itself came out in 2016 on Iron River Records, which is actually, this is their first release on that label. But yeah, Dump Troll, Democracy Delivered, pretty cool stuff. I'll leave a link. To kind of just continue along on the cassette trend, I recently put in another order to Who Child Records, which is the distro run by the drummer of Satan's Hallow, which is the band that I'm obsessed with this year because their debut album rules. So anyway, now that I was into getting cassettes, I wanted to pick up their demo, and they only released it on vinyl, which was hard and expensive to get. But now that I was getting cassettes, I was like, boom, cassettes. And he was selling like a second pressing, which looks like it's going to be the last pressing of the demo. It's just comes on this. It's just nothing too fancy. It's got the logo. Got some info inside on the credits. It comes on this white tape. The demo is called The Horror B/W Satan's Hallow. Those are the two songs. I'm not exactly sure what the B/W is. Someone who's smarter than me can maybe tell me. It's probably something easy. But anyway, those are two songs ended up on the full length. They're both excellent tracks. Probably some of my favorite ones. Probably top 3 songs on the album. Probably. This was put out by Swords and Chains. I just wanted to not because obviously I already have these two songs. I just wanted to pick this up kind of as a complete the collection of Satan's Hallow. But if you're interested in just checking out this band, these are two songs that will probably spark your fancy. I also picked up a Satan's Hallow patch, because why not? He also threw in a Who Child Records button, and then some stickers, including one of the Satan's Hallow full-length album cover logo. And he also threw in, I'm not sure where it is, he threw in a compilation of albums, True High and Volume 2, which he actually threw in with the last time I ordered with him, so I'll probably give that away at some point. But yeah, I was happy to pick that up, kind of, you know, complete my Satan's Hallow collection. Kind of some maybe sad news. I read an interview with them recently with the singer Mandy and the drummer Patrick. Sounds like the band is sort of on hold, split up maybe. One of the guitarists and the main songwriter, Von Jugel, it sounds like he moved away from where they are in Chicago, and so the band sort of just is on hold. Sort of sounds like, you know, without him, you know, moving back to where they live, that, you know, the band's probably on the outs. But it sounds like the band has, the remaining 4 members have started a new band called Midnight Dice, I believe. And so yeah, I guess at least there's a possibility of some good still coming out of it, though, you know, with Vaughn being the main songwriter of Satan's Hallow, I'm not sure how that's going to go, but you never know. A lot of those guys, Patrick and Steve Baudette, Lethal, the other guitarist, those 2 guys seem to be in lots of bands, so they seem to be able to do well without Vaughn, at least in that regard. I haven't really looked into their stuff too much. But anyway, enough rambling about that. Satan's Hallow, definitely check them out. I'm sure that I'll mention them 10 plus more times by the end of the year. And, you know, they're the current leader in the house for Album of the Year. So if they'll probably be in my top 30 video, almost certainly. Unless 30 albums come out from now that are better, which seems unlikely. But anyway, then I picked up another CD, or not another CD, a CD. Also from Hoopchild Records, I picked up this Wastelander CD, Wardrive. This is, I think this is their debut. I'm not totally sure on that though. This is some thrash, punk, mostly thrash, kind of blackened edge on it. Similar to like a Toxic Holocaust. These guys are out of Michigan. Pretty good stuff. You know, nothing that I'm like super mega into. I think Toxic Holocaust is a step above these guys a little bit, but this is certainly, you know, solid stuff. I think I saw Full Metal Ginger show off this release recently. But yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, this probably is worth your time. Nothing, I can't say anything bad about it. Good stuff. So yeah, Wastelander, Wardrive. All right, next one up. This one is really cool. I've been putting on. You know, listened to this album when it came out on their Bandcamp, and for whatever reason, I just kept on putting it off. And finally, I pulled the trigger. This is the debut full-length album, because I think they released an EP from Canadian thrash prog metal act Droid. This is Terrestrial Mutations. This is a, like I said, thrash prog band, sort of. Maybe if you look at that logo, you might think they're trying to sound similar to Voivod, which is a band I really haven't spent much time with, so I can't say too much about that. But maybe if you like Vector, who were the darlings of last year, you'll probably be into this. I'm not too much into the vocals on this band. It's okay. It's kind of throaty, yelly stuff. They're not. It's not too loud in the mix, which kind of is good, because for me personally, like I said, I don't like them. But that's not why I'm listening to this band. I'm listening to the band for its kind of like, you know, proggy instrumental sections, which I get a lot of in this band, and that's cool. If you're into that kind of stuff, I definitely recommend listening to it. But yeah, this album is just really good. It might make my top 30 of this year. I'm not really sure. It is really good, but you know, there's been, in my opinion, there's been a lot of really good releases this year, and so I can't say concretely whether this will make it, but it certainly has a good shot. Yeah, just check it out. It's good. All right, last CD. This one is a rapper I discovered from Vert, who is a channel you guys should all be watching, because the dude shows off a wide variety of music, you know, tons of stuff that I've never heard of before. And if you really want to challenge yourself, watch some Vert and listen to what he's selling, because the dude's got some cool stuff going on. And this is one of them. This is Death Grips, and this is their third album, I believe, called The Money Store. He showed off this album and then their debut full-length Ex-Military. And Ex-Military was like a pipe dream in terms of getting, so The Money Store is what it was. And yeah, this is really good, super experimental, particularly in the production. It's all over the place. It seems like it's a three-piece with Zach Hill and Andy Morin as the music guys, and then the vocals done by Stephen Burnett. And yeah, just really good. Burnett really has kind of like an aggressive yelling, but kind of like laid-back style at the same time. I don't know, it just really hits me in the right spot. Yeah, this is lyrics included, which is like almost unheard of in rap. Yeah, this is some really cool stuff. If you're into, you know, kind of listen to something a little bit different in the rap world, definitely check out this Death Grips. Maybe for fans of horror. Is that what the band's called? Yeah, horror with the Nines that Ross Hodo turned me on to earlier this year. So yeah, now I want to check out the album that came in between called something Deep Web. I don't know, it's written on a penis. It's perfect. But yeah, definitely check out this if you're into rap. I really liked it, so thanks Vert. Death Traps, The Money Store. Right, last but not least, or not last, because I got two more, both on vinyl. This next one up, my wife and I just happened into a Valley Village yesterday, and I was just flipping through the records, and for 99 cents I was like, what the hell? This is the Sting soundtrack. The Sting is a movie that came out in the early 70s, I want to say 1973 maybe. Robert Redford, Paul Newman, Robert Shaw, is that who's in it? Yeah, I think it's those three. Those are the three main cast. It's on the back here. Yeah, Paul Newman, Robert Redford, yeah, those three. Yeah, I listened to the first half yesterday. I mean, it's nothing that I super love or anything. It's lots of piano and kind of, I don't know, for my lack of better knowledge, we'll say big band, which probably is not true. But yeah, this is, I don't know, Scott Joplin and Marvin Hamlish. Not familiar with either of those names, but there's who's doing the music or whatever. Didn't really looking too much into that. It's in pretty condition other than Hall probably putting their name on the jacket there. But, you know, just black vinyl. This came out in like 1974. Yeah, 1974. But, yeah, the record's pretty clean for being that old. Didn't skip or hiss or pop or do anything like that, so that was pretty cool. But, yeah, for 99 cents, I figured, why not? There we go. So yeah, the Sting soundtrack. If you've never seen this movie, check it out. It's got lots of good little twists and turns and surprises. Alright, last now, but certainly not least, this is a record that I actually ordered a couple weeks ago off Discog with the copy that I got. Like, super hardcore skipped, and I couldn't even play it. So it was a bummer, but I was able to return it, and I got refunded full, including shipping, so, you know, whatever. No issue there. So I bought another copy, and it was pretty cool because this one has a way cleaner jacket, plus it doesn't skip, so that's pretty cool. To kind of explain what prompted me to buy this, a few weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe ago, I did a video on A389 Records throwing in some cool shit, and one of the things they threw in was this band called Pharaoh, and on that album there was a song called Bartholomew. And so when I listened to that song and I looked at the the title of the track, all of a sudden something just like came into my brain, and I was like, oh, I totally remember when I was a kid, there was a record of a Dr. Seuss book called Bartholomew and the Oobleck that I had, somehow it was recorded for me onto a cassette tape, and I listened to that thing over and over and over and over, and then I listened to it over again. And I was like, I must have that record, so I ordered it. So this is Dr. Seuss Presents Bartholomew and the Oobleck, and Yertle the Turtle, which is on the other side. Obviously this isn't music, this is, you know, reading. or in this case, it's sort of performance. Marvin Miller providing some of the music and the spoken word sections. And actually, there's voices for different characters on this. So there's more to it than just that, but I didn't do the research to find out the credits on that, so I apologize. But anyway, listen to this. Super enjoyed it. Super happy to have this in my collection. Even for nothing else, just nostalgia reasons, which is the main reason why I bought it. Obviously, it just comes on black vinyl because this is like 60 something, 68, 60. I don't know, let's just go 68. No one's going to look it up and correct me. Look it up and correct me. I'm not going to find out. Anyway, purple labels, whatever, doesn't really matter. Just cool. My mom actually has a bunch of these kind of records of Dr. Seuss stories and stuff. Still, when I bought this, I texted her a picture of it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, still have those." And so anyway, this is super cool to get, just for kind of just memories and nostalgia and all that jazz. So is there a hole in this plastic sheet? There we go. So anyway, yeah, Dr. Seuss Presents Bartholomew and the Oobleck. My wife had never heard of this story, or Bartholomew, or the 500 Hats of Bartholomew Cubbins. Go figure. The seller who sent it to me, he sent me this note along that I now have covered, or I don't even know, maybe it's somewhere else now. Anyway, it says that he always sends LPs as stiffeners to make everything safe. So whatever, I'll show those real quick. We got some Pablo Cruz, which my wife and I didn't know by this artist by their name, but we both recognized the song "Love Will Find a Way" based on the way it sounded. And then also the other side was Loggins and Messina, Gatefold. I wasn't familiar with this artist either, though I maybe think this is Kenny Loggins? Not sure though. And this guy actually, do you guys remember Kevin Sorbo, who played Hercules? I don't actually think of him. But yeah, I didn't listen to this, so I don't know anything about it. Jim Messina. I don't know. Loggins and Messina. Finale. Alright, enough babbling about records I don't care about. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. If you are familiar with any of these releases, what do you think of them? What do you have to say to me? Should I listen to something? Let me know. Specifically, that Nightfear, support your fellow YouTuber and check that out and purchase it if it sounds good, which I think it does. Otherwise, I hope everyone had a good weekend, and I hope everyone has a good week. Have a good day.